let's continue with the same program of object oriented programming. In this program, we have created x, y, z 3 objects, object declaration, here memory allocation with the help of a new keyword. We have allocated memory to x and y and we have called the functions. Now, when we call x dot data, x object will be initialized with 5 and 6, same way. When we call y dot data, this will also be initialized with 5 and 6. If we have to initialize with different values, then what we have to do? We can make little change in the function. Here we can take two parameterized variables, int p and q, a equal to p, b equal to q. So when we call data function x dot data, we can supply 10, 20 two different values to this, and a and b will be initialized with 10 and 20. Same way, when we call y dot data with different values, suppose here 7, 8, then y object will be initialized with 7 and 8, because this 7 and 8 will be passed to p and q, and finally a and b will be initialized for y object. One more thing, you can also create data function using scanner class. X dot data, y dot data, we will call the function from here, afterward we will display. In the data function, void data, import the package util, import java.util.star or scanner, create the object of scanner class, scanner object equal to new scanner system.in. You can write a equal to scan dot next int, b equal to scan dot next int. Now, when you call the data function x dot data, during the execution of program, you have to input the values of a and b. Suppose a and b is 10 and 20. Next time you have to call y dot data. Again you have to input two values, suppose 7 and 8. So same way x and y objects will be initialized with 10 and 20 and 7 and 8. So each time when you run this program, user can input different values for each object. Okay, now let us continue with the same program. You can also write the statement alpha x or any name obj. Suppose I am writing the name of the object obj1 equal to new alpha. This way you can also write the statement if you want to create another object alpha obj2 equal to new alpha. In such a way you can create any number of objects. Here I have written single statement. In the previous step I have written alpha x. First of all I have declared the variable, declared the object, then in the next statement I have allocated the memory x equal to new alpha. Here I have written alpha obj1 or x equal to new alpha. So in the one statement you can declare the object as well as you can allocate the memory. Now here if you call the display function, so by default what it will print? It will print 0 for object 1, Then second time object2 dot display, it will also print 0 0, because the default values of the data members for integer type is 0. For float it is 0.0, for double also, for boolean it is false, for string it is null. So you can input, you can assign different values to the variable using data function, just we had made in this in the previous program. Now suppose you don't want to initialize with the 0 0 here, default values, you can change the default values. Just make the one method with the same name which is of class alpha. You can write a equal to 1, b equal to 2. Now this is the method alpha, which is having same name of class. It is not the simple method, it is called the constructor. And you don't have to call like this object1 dot alpha. It will automatically create invoked, automatically it will be execute when you create the object alpha obj1 equal to new alpha. This is the part of constructor. So after keyword new, this is constructor, it will be automatically invoked, and a and b will be initialized with 1 and 2 for first object. Same way for second object also, again same constructor will be invoked, and again 1 and 2 will be printed for object 1 and object 2. So constructor, what is the definition of constructor? Constructors are the methods having same name which is of class. It invokes automatically when objects gets created. It does not have any return type, not even void. Do not write void or int, anything, any return type. You cannot use return statement in the constructor. There are many types of constructors are there. This is called default constructor. You can also make parameterized constructors. One is default, second is parameter, and there is copy constructor. Even copy constructor is also a parameterized constructor. So first is default constructor. I am just making one more constructor here, int x, int y as a parameters, a equal to x, b equal to y. So now there are two constructors, one is default, another is parameterized. So only one constructor will be invoked when you create the object with one object. Object 1 equal to new alpha, here default constructor will be invoked. Same in second case also default constructor will be invoked. But how can you invoke the parameterized constructor? When you supply the values here like 4 and 5, here 7 and 8. So here which constructor will be invoked here? Parameterized. Here parameters are matching, two parameters are there, so this constructor will be invoked. Same way with this. So a and b will be initialized for object 1 with 4 and 5, a equal to 4, b equal to 5. Same way second time for object 2, 7 and 8, x and y will be 7 and 8, a equal to 7, b will be 8. So when you call the display function with object 1, it will print 4, 5. When you call with object 2, it will print 7 and 8. So you can create any number of parameterized constructor, but their parameters must be different. You can create any number of constructors in a class. This concept is called constructor overloading, but only one constructor will be invoked with one object.